Welcome to CLC News. Today is the 21st of November 2019. We'd like to update you regarding the number of countries that have now signed up to the Common Law Court to commence with. Over the last week to 10 days we've had another 2-3 countries joined, and we're now sitting at the current figure of 83 countries, which literally means that people from 83 different countries have actually registered their birth and they've confirmed their standing either as a living man or a living woman. Should you wish to have a look at the countries involved, please feel free to visit the website. If you select the community heading on the home page, then go down to documentation, and in the final category, website, you'll see a full list of all the countries involved. We'd now like to move on to the situation regarding the prosecution of an supposed High Court bailiff. I say supposed because he is literally an enforcement officer that's passing himself off as a High Court officer. This individual, Mark King, had a hearing at Manchester Court last week, and we've been informed that his licence has not been renewed. So we'd actually like to congratulate everyone who had taken the time to submit a letter opposing his licence renewal. It seemed to have worked in this case, and what we can confirm is that he is no longer working just now as a bailiff because he does not have a licence. It's expired. My understanding just now is that there will be an appeal hearing, and the appeal hearing will be to give him an opportunity to put forward a defence. And similarly, anyone that's complained can attend to submit a verbal argument should they wish to do so. If anyone can attend these hearings, it would be ideal to find out what's happening, but we're confident with the information that we have that he should not get his licence renewed, which would be a great result not only for the Common Law Court but for the people that have also lodged these complaints. This individual was prosecuted previously at a common law court, and we're on the process of serving court orders and following that up. But we'll keep you updated as soon as we have any information regarding the next hearing and the date for this. But congratulations and thank you for everyone that's helped out. On the issue of further development for the court, we had mentioned that we were going to come down to hold a conference in Cardiff. We can confirm the date now is the 1st of December, which is a Sunday, and we're looking to aim for late morning, sort of lunchtime. The meeting will commence then, and we'll cover various aspects, all aspects in relation to the Common Law Court. Informing the people as to why it was created, how it exists, what the current situation is, and obviously the rollout for the future. Now, many people have been looking for this hearing to be given the opportunity to join in and take a more active role in the Common Law Court. We do have many people throughout the country just now, but I'm sure that we can actually sort out something to get more people actively involved. There are many other people wishing to attend to find out a little bit more, and there will also be the opportunity for questions and answers on the day in question. So we look forward to seeing you, and we will keep you informed as soon as we get the premises tied up. It's a little bit awkward given the short notice because it is the weekend. We could have actually held it during the week, no problem, but it's just finding the accommodation for the weekend. It will be on Sunday the 1st, and as I says, we're looking at two or three other venues just now. So as soon as we get the venue confirmed, we will publish a notice under the latest news category on the Common Law Court website. So please keep an eye on that just now, and as soon as we get the information we'll post it, and we look forward to seeing everyone on the day in question. As it says, there's no fee for coming along, it's free entry, everyone's welcome, so the more the merrier. In relation to the email situation with the Common Law Court, we have highlighted over the last week or so that we're going to set up email contacts for throughout the UK, which will give you a local contact. This has actually now been done, and we have a number of cases or emails set up throughout the UK. This literally means instead of using the main contact for the common law court, you can click onto the contact page, and if you wish to speak to someone locally, you can click on the link at the top of the page and it will give you a selection of email addresses. Feel free then to email your local contact. They should be able to help assist with questions, answers, and obviously assist you should you need any information for the common law court site. We have relevant people obviously throughout the UK that will be able to help, and we'll get back to you as soon as you can. So as I said, if you wish to use the email contacts, please feel free to do so. We're waiting for the emails now. On the subject of emails, what we've also done is set up 2 or 3 other email contacts you will see on the list. There is one for CLC News. The contact for CLC News is just so people can put forward suggestions regarding issues to address on these weekly shows. If you have any questions, if you have any subjects you want covered, if you have any information you want covered, please use the email address for CLC News to contact us, put forward the information, and hopefully we'll use it in the future programmes. What we'd also like to do is highlight something just now in relation to videos. Now, in relation to videos, what we'd like you to do is submit anything up to a 2-minute video. It could be 10 seconds if you wanted, 15 seconds, 30 seconds and so on. Literally what we're trying to do is get as many people as possible involved with the common law court, and we're literally looking for your opinion. We'd like to see how you feel about things. There is crimes being committed against the people as we speak. There are many problems within the state system just now. You have various subjects to attack. Now, whether it's politics, whether it's ministers, members of parliament, it could be councils, it could be issues, for example, 5G, Brexit, cancer, it could be obviously the behaviour in relation to David Noakes and Lynn Thayer. It could be to do with police, it could be to do with child theft, council tax, anything you want. Take a 2-minute, or anything up to 2 minutes, record yourself on the subject and then submit a video by uploading on the video library page. Once uploaded, we'll have a look at it, submit it into, or put it into an appropriate category, so therefore everyone can view this. Now, these videos also go up onto the YouTube page that we have, which is CLC News. So please feel free to visit this page, and if and when you're on this page, we'd like you to subscribe to it. By subscribing, it costs nothing, but it means you will receive a notification each time a video is put up for the court. So it's the easiest way for us to contact you if there's any information we need to get out. So please remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please also share all these videos and information that's coming out. But remember, if you can upload these videos, this is what we're looking to do. Now, before we move off the subject, what I'm going to do is show you 2 videos just now, just as a sample of what we'd like people to do. The first one is in relation to the issue of GCMAF, about obviously the treatment for cancer, and the second one is in relation to the issue of 5G. So if you bear with me, I'd like you to watch these 2 videos. They are both short, but will give you an idea as to what we're looking for.
My name is Terry Newman. David Noakes saved my life with GCMAF. He and Lynn Thayer are medical pioneers who have been egregiously treated by Big Pharma and the United Kingdom's criminal justice system. Extradition to France is a travesty. I owe my life to these people. The product is unbelievably effective. It's the only reason I'm alive 4 years after my cancer diagnosis with no chemo and no radiation. This entire fiasco with the imprisoning of David Noakes and now the extradition of Lynn Thayer to France is a black eye on the face of the United Kingdom and Great Britain, because it is unbelievably wrong and deprives suffering, sick people of medicine that will actually help them, rather than simply enrich Big Pharma where they never get well. Free Lynn, free David Noakes. You're wrong on this one.
Right, here we go. Here we go. Right, so we have a tree here. Not a very good looking tree. All the bark's falling off. All on the left hand side. Look on the left hand side of that tree. Look on the right hand side. That's alright. Yeah. Right, well look at the right hand side of the tree. Look at the flower. Look at the bushes. Look at the green bushes. Yeah. Very nice. Look at the left hand side. Dead. Do you know why? Because that's right next to it. Look at this. Have you seen anything like that in your life? It's got a light right there. The transmitter on the top. Now how is that? Explain that. The right hand side of the tree that's not next to the transmitter, the grown away from it, is okay. I mean look at this, look how shocking. Look at all the bark falling off. All dead, totally dead. Far too close to them lights. Look at the bark. All on the left hand side, look. Look how close it is to the light. These 5G transmitters are lethal. If that's what it's doing to a tree, right next to a tree, think about what these are doing to our health. Just think about that for a minute.
Well, hopefully you've enjoyed these videos. The videos themselves are great. They're short, they're to the point, and they get the information out. So once you have a subject in mind or a topic you'd like to discuss, please feel free to do the video, submit it online, and we will post them. In relation to the issue of documentation, what we'd like to do just now is confirm what the existing state of play is, and we'd like to ask the public for some help. Now, as was pointed out earlier, we actually have literally thousands of people involved with the Common Law Court. They're involved from 83 different countries, and at this moment in time the Common Law Court exists as an authority. It issues its own paperwork, including court orders, which is all lawful. Now, these documents have been confirmed as lawful from various sources, and they've been submitted to various parties, including different governments, and they've all accepted the documentation as lawful. Within the UK, we also have used and submitted this documentation to literally every level of court, including the Supreme Court. It's went to the Justice Minister, bearing in mind the Lord Chief Justice himself has been prosecuted using this paperwork, so there's a court order against him. The Cabinet Ministers as well, ex-Prime Ministers, the existing Prime Minister. We then have the issue of police, the Ministry of Justice. We have councils, banks, mortgage companies, DVLA, land registry, councils, children's authorities. Literally everyone you name has received a copy of this documentation at one point. Now, up until now, not one has ever been challenged. The reason they can't be challenged is because they're issued by the people, who are in terms of the Common Law Court, and they have the authority. Now, the documents are lawful. They have never been challenged, but what we'd like to do is we're hearing various stories about who's accepting these documents and obviously the feedback. So what we'd like to do is, for those of you who have purchased either a document or the Common Law Court card, if you have ever used that for any statutory authority, now it can be something simple like the post office, as proof of ID, or if you've submitted it to the courts by way of confirming your position, any authority at all. If you have shown them your documentation, can you please confirm the documents you've used, the birth certificate or the ownership of the legal fiction or so on, highlight the document you've used and confirm the authority it was given to. Now, if on the off chance they have challenged this, if you can let us know. Up until now, no one has challenged it, but we'd like to try and build up a firm case here for obviously numbers to find out who's been accepting this and who it's been presented to. If you have this information, a simple email confirming the document you've used, confirming who it was presented to, you can email in by using your main contact email address, or send it in to info@commonlawcourt.com. just with a brief message so we can obviously put this down and keep a record of it. On a final point this week, what we'd like to do is give you an update regarding the enforcement of one of our orders from a previous court hearing. Now, the court hearing, just to let you know, the one we're speaking about is in relation to an individual previously called Coral Hallett. She's since married and now her name is Coral Harris. She works for Carey Pensions. Now, a couple of weeks ago, the enforcement team, consisting of an ex-police officer who had over 20 years service within the police and another assistant, had actually attended the premises concerned, and bearing in mind they had lawful documentation to confirm that they could actually process this and deal with the complaint and ensure that the orders are complied with. When they went to the premises concerned, a male member of staff confirmed that the female discussed was on the premises but was upstairs. Having let the enforcement team into the building, he then decided to ask who they were and why they wanted to see her, and when it was pointed out they were from the common law court and had court papers for her, he asked them to stay at reception, which they did. This individual went upstairs and the girl's mother came down. Now, the girl's mother is the CEO for the company. She did not address herself as the key CEO for the company. She introduced herself as the girl's mother, but this was only after she demanded that the enforcement team left the premises. She stated she would not accept the common law court order, so effectively she's interfering with the lawful court order issued by the people. So that in itself was a crime against the people. But in doing so, she introduced herself as the girl's mother, not the CEO, and she will be held liable for her behaviour in a private and personal capacity. Now, the mother in question had actually turned around and says that her daughter was pregnant and that she was not on the premises. Now, she said she wanted the enforcement team removed immediately, so the enforcement team, wishing to remain lawful, decided not to cause an argument and left the premises. But what they then did is sent the paperwork through recorded delivery, and that has actually been signed for and served, so they have the documentation. However, what we've actually found out is that they've then passed the paperwork on to a legal team, solicitors, who have written to the common law court, and they're basically stating that they will hold the common law court accountable and prosecute them, which is great news because the common law court is the people. So I'd like to see why and how they're going to prosecute the people. The long and short of the argument is they believe that they have no legal basis. You have no legal basis to prosecute this individual because it's not legal. Well, we can confirm, yes, that's correct. It is lawful, and she's been prosecuted as a living woman for crimes she's committed against the people. In relation to that, they've demanded that a website which had been set up by the common law court to highlight this behaviour was set up with a similar name, but we've also added the use of the hyphen between the words Carey and pensions. So the site reads carey-pensions.co.uk. There's a page up there to highlight what has happened and the fact that they're failing to comply with a common law court order. Now, they have stated that this site must be closed down immediately, and they've also stated that you may no longer pursue this individual for the crimes that she's committed. They said there was a no valid contract as well, which is ridiculous, and they've also then added that they've passed the matter on to the police because she is now being harassed. Now, in relation to the harassment, we can confirm that a couple of years ago, when this female was issued with a court order, she was written to, and that was it. This individual has failed to comply with the court order. She's ignored the authority of the people. She's ignored the authority of the court. She's continuing in her capacity, and she's also has committed crimes against the people. Now, nothing had happened to this female for a couple of years until such time as the common law court then set up its own enforcement team, CLC, Peace Service. Now, as the majority of these enforcement officers are actually ex-police, they're well aware of the law and they're actually signed up in helping enforce these decisions. So one of the police officers in question had actually went after 2 years and 4 months to serve this papers. He'd served that having had no contact with this female before, and yet the solicitor says that she's now been harassed instead of complaining to the police. So it would be nice to see how the police respond, but this matter will continue, and if it's not addressed and dealt with literally in the coming week, what will happen is that the mother who has interfered with the enforcement of this court order will be looking to appear in front of a common law court, and there will be a substantial claim made against the mother as well for her behaviour. We will hopefully update you about this in the coming weeks, but it was just to let you know that I don't think they seem to be too impressed with the common law court just now, and they also believe that despite committing crimes against the people, that they're not held accountable for doing so. So bear in mind, it says watch this space and we'll keep you informed with any further information. On a final point, this is which we do weekly, we'd like to thank everyone for the continued help and support with the Common Law Court. At the future meeting we're having, hopefully in Cardiff area, we'll be able to get some more people on board to help develop this just now, but we'd like to also thank the people who are continuing to support and who have set up new monthly donations on the site. These donations help, everything that comes in helps to develop this and to assist in the process. So if you haven't already done so, please sign up and submit a monthly donation. Now, even if you can only afford £1 or £2 a month, please do so. Everything that comes in goes towards the Common Law Court to developing this process and will help to protect the people, your friends, your family, your children, your grandchildren. Please feel free, make a donation. If you don't wish to make a monthly one, make a one-off donation. It is all appreciated and it all helps. So thank you very much for the time, and hopefully you will join us again next week. I look forward to seeing you. Goodbye.